Here is the symbol for the diagram, the name of the stitch fully written out, and then the abbreviation that you would see in a written pattern. So here we're learning the stitches, what the symbols are, what the name of the stitches, and the abbreviation that you would find in a pattern. So here I have already done a row of my single crochet. This is a single crochet stitch, and now I want you to be able to see the difference between the single crochet and the half double crochet, the double crochet, and the treble crochets. You'll be able to see the difference in the height. So this is the first height, which is just like the, well, it's actually the second because the slip stitch would be lower, but here's a chain. So to go up a half double crochet, you would need to work 2 chains to go up. So here's 1, and remember we learned the chain, 2, just like that. So now I'm going to turn my work over so that I could start, we work from right to left. Okay, so here, your next stitch would be here. So here, this is the first stitch. If we go back into that same stitch, we're going to be creating an increase. So here we want to go into the next stitch. When they tell us, you know, so many crochets in the stitch, then we know they're talking about the next stitch here. So to do a half double crochet, it's going to be different than the single crochet because we're going to yarn over, or meaning we're going to wrap the yarn over the hook. Sometimes it says yarn just YO, or sometimes it'll say YOH, yarn over hook. So here what that means is that we're going to wrap the yarn over the hook. So now we have our beginning loop that doesn't count, and we have the loop that we yarned over. We go into our next stitch, which would be here, not here. So we go in here. You're going to pull that yarn, and now you're going to have 3 loops of yarn on your hook. 1, 2, and 3. To do the half double crochet, you grab your yarn and you pull through all the 3 loops. When you first start, it's going to be a little bit hard being able to pull through all the loops, but once you practice some more, you'll be able to pull it quite easily. So here, once again, half double crochet, yarn over, meaning wrapping the yarn over the hook. You go into your next stitch, or whatever stitch your pattern tells you. You pull out your yarn. You'll have 3 loops. We want to pull through all 3 loops, just like that. And that is our half double crochet. Can you see that it's a little taller than that single crochet? So here, once again, yarn over. You're going to go into the next stitch. You're going to pull out your yarn. You have 3 loops. We're going to pull through all 3 loops at the same time, just like this. Many times the patterns will tell you the first 2 chains or 3 chains counts as a stitch. If that was the case, then we know that this would be our first half double crochet, and then these would be our next stitches. But here, I'm just trying to teach you how to actually work the stitch. You yarn over, go into your next stitch, pull out the yarn. You'll have 3 loops. You pull through all 3 loops, and that will be the half double crochet. Remember, you can always stop and rewind the video, play it again to see it again. So one more time, I'm just going to work it till the end of the row, and you can't tell, but I'm using the tension of how loose I hold the yarn to control the tension of the yarn. And when you first start, that's kind of takes a little bit of practice, but you just keep practicing. Don't give up. Once you learn how to crochet, and especially learning to read the symbols and the abbreviations, you'll be able to read patterns, and it will open up a whole world to you. If you need help with some of the standards of how to write the patterns, you can also go to the Yarn Console. They have lots of rules, written rules there, and the symbols that you would use. So here now you can see that the half double crochet row is done, and it is taller than the single crochet. So go ahead and practice that. Now you should be able to know the chain, the single crochet, and the half double crochet. So those are 3 of the basic stitches.